Petey, get up there. Go on. Get in the chair. Go on. Good dog. Stay. Sabine, welcome to the show. The Leo show is very interesting, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
So we are recording. If you're ready.
Yeah. 3,
2.
2, 1. Welcome to the show. Now, I had some requests about more information about Leo, and what I suggest is go see the movie The Conversation, produced by Francis Ford Coppola. That is Leo. It's all about Leo. And this program is the testimonial show. So I'm just going to read some testimonials and talk a little bit about it. Same time, we'll flash a bunch of testimonials up here. But basically, the idea is I'm a connection to the other side. You want to communicate with your guardian angel, there's a darn good chance we'll be able to make a connection. If you're true in your heart and it all works out, it should be no problem. So, first one, most of these people, almost all of these people, I just call them out of the blue and I catch them off guard. And because Daisy, my guardian angel, is telling me, contact this person. They need some little lightning bolt of unconditional love that burst near them. And so I Facebook them, and this is a typical person. This is Miss Vicki Edwards. I call her up, correction, FaceTime, you want to talk to channel your guardian angel. She goes, I don't have any money. I go, that's okay, sweetheart, I don't want any money, don't worry. Okay, channel angel. Here's her testimonial. Quote, this man is incredible. He told me things about myself that no one else could know. If you're a non-believer, you will become a believer. He's awesome, and I hope to talk to him more. Vicki in Kentucky, USA, sent from her iPhone. And a really, 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 really loving grandmother, and lives in the mining country. My best friend, well, you know Terry. Terry's, show number 1. He's a miner guy. He's into mining. So being able to connect with her and help just was very fulfilling for me. The next one is, this is a person, this sort of a responsible celebrity. It's Miss Sherry Wild, and she's the author of the book, The Forgotten Promise, Rejoining Our Cosmic Family. And it's a story of a lifelong interaction with beings from another world. Miss Sherry Wild. Same thing with her. FaceTimed her, And she wrote her testimonial, and I'll quote, you caught me by surprise when you hit the nail on the head with your very first words. And it just got better from there. Miss Sherry Wild was always in my prayers. Really. True. An awesome female. In the Sam Bell Show, we promote, I promote, our team promotes compassion and utilizing the most underutilized resource on the planet, women, and elevating consciousness. So Sherry Wild is doing all of those things. She's always in my prayers. Okay, next testimonial is from a gentleman, and I would say maybe 7 to 10% of the individuals who have a sitting with me, they schedule a sitting with me, are males. 90% are females. And his testimonial, where am I here? Skip that. Okay, his testimonial. Oops. Where did I go? Sorry. Gosh, oh, here we are. Okay, his testimonial, sorry for the pause. I had no idea what to expect when my friend of 2 years, Mr. Samuel Bell, performed a reading for me. I have to first say how soothing his voice sounded, as if I had known him all my life. Sam's readings are recorded so that nothing is lost, to mistranslation. There were layers upon layers of details to comb through, and I don't want to get lost in those details, but one key piece of advice transformed my life in a way that I cannot yet explain. Be responsible, of course. I wanted to bury my head in the sand and pretend I didn't understand what that meant, but the instructions couldn't have been more clear. And that was exactly what I needed. Up until that point, I had been merely playing the role of the brain fool who could never stay out of his own way long enough to really get ahead. I never understood the cascading effect of the choices we make every day. But every day I take a little time to appreciate my world a little more. Things are moving forward in my world now. I feel more alive and energized than ever. My mind is at peace and my heart is happy, all because I've decided to take those two words seriously, be responsible. This is my testimonial. I swear is the truth, and that Samuel Bell is exactly who he says he is, William Sprague. Nice. Here's one that was posted on YouTube. One of my field reporters is Aminette. She's a death doula. Wow, she's a white light big time. Brilliant. Anyway, this is a post about someone who watched the video. It's on the website, www.sambellshow.com. And this is from Maxine Tomlinson. Maxine posts, "Thanks for sharing this insightful interview. It's really, really interesting and gives much food for thought. It struck me that Aminette is an end-of-life doula in more ways than one, not only in a physical self, but also in a metaphysical one. The whole animism slant was also interesting, as she seemed to morph at times into a feline form, reminiscent of an Egyptian cat. It also struck me that her use of words were very powerful and changed from left to right brain thinking in an instant. Not many people can do that with such ease. A dynamic interview. At various points, the interviewer also seemed to be channeling during the interaction. They both clearly in commune with higher powers." And this is one, next one is from Brandy Deline. "I would like to write a testimonial about your recent reading I had received from Samuel Joseph Bell on August 7th, 2018. I become friends with him over Facebook through the last year. While we do not often speak, we do seem to see the world and the universe in a similar way. I've been doing my work with readings for years and have not yet met one person that could do a reading on me. I literally stopped asking, but Mr. Bell offered to read for me. His words came from truths and things I have known to be true my whole life, things that I had not spoken about to anyone, maybe because the timing was not right. I had known a lot about what he spoke of, and it gave me clarity in a way I needed to hear, to bring light into a situation that I had questioned. I will continue to move forward in my work. Thank you for all your love and support. You are a gift of God. Even in the highest of angels honor you. Love and light. May you forever sit with the white light of protection and love." Brandy Dillon, the sweet letter. We're doing okay? We're doing good? Okay. All right. This one's from a gentleman. I don't have his name here. "Sir, the day after we spoke, I felt a physical touch on my heart." These are the letters that really, the angels do touch you. So just these letters, it's so powerful. Terry felt the angel, I feel the angels. Start again. "Sir, the day after we spoke, I felt a physical touch on my heart. I was touched by an angel, and of that I have no doubt whatsoever. This calmed me down, but I could see no way out of my predicament. A huge miracle was all that could save me. And that is what happened today. A victory over my foes, which has left me breathless with absolute awe. Thank you ever so much for being willing to help me, a total stranger. May the awesome source of all bless you over and over and over for what you did for me. Namaste. I have to say, you know, ladies suffer, guys suffer too. They kind of hold it in, but they do suffer. This is a two letter thing. And I wrote something first, and then here's a card that they wrote to me. The card says, Sam, we are so grateful for you and your unique ability to help us. It's a blessing to now feel at peace in our home. We know this isn't much, but here, hope it helps. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Michael and Megan, and the names of their 2 children. It's a card they sent to me with a very nice donation. Here's the story. Your house was haunted. And here's on my prologue. It says, this is what I wrote. This thank you note, which I just read to you, this thank you note is from a lovely and gentle young family who were unfortunately at the wrong place and time in our time and space dimension, and were involved in a less than polite discarnate entity, a ghost. They contacted me at the point where there was no question an entity was harassing them, and they were too frightened to stay in their new home. As I read their initial email to me, the hair on the back of my neck alerted. Daisy, my guardian angel, mandated I immediately respond in person. The family returned from a place of security to their driveway, where the husband unlocked the front door and brought me in, while the mom and the kids retreated in their vehicle. I did what I could with the assistance of Daisy. This disgruntled ghost moved on, took the path of least resistance. Side note, I appear on the surface as a common earth pilgrim. Sublime deception. Infused within my pseudo-flesh resides energies well beyond imaginations of most, sincerely Samuel Joseph, blah, 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 blah. But that was pretty cool. Went to the place, kicked out the ghost. It was kind of a big deal. A really big deal. You know Sausalito? That's where it was, right in that area. And he was kind of upset that, you know, people had moved into his hunting grounds. Here's one from a gentleman. This is October 20th, 2018, 8 a.m. Ellie wrote, You're very spot on about everything, was able to get in details about my current issues, will do the things you asked me, and I give this 5/5 rating. Sent from Howie Mobile. Something like that. Guy writes like I do, one just long continuous sentence. Bless his heart. And then others are a little more articulate. This one is from Dairymite. Dairymite? Dairymite. Diramuld. Dairymuld. Dairymuld? No, it's an I. Diarmuid. Dairymite? He's from Dublin, England. He writes, I had the fortunate experience of chatting to Samuel Bell yesterday over social media about spiritual matters of which both of us hold close to our hearts. A pleasant subject to discuss in this ever more materialistic world. Sam suggested, and I accepted, to allow him to channel his guardian angel and allow mine to converse with his. This wasn't just a plain and simple decision to say yes. I had previously had sessions with psychics maybe 8 times over the last 20 years. I have mixed opinions about some psychics' motives and also the type of energy that they may be channeling. Spirits, even those less good entities, are immensely intelligent and can fool both psychics and their subjects very easily. They have access to vast knowledge on the other side. However, you mostly have only access to what you learned in this one existence on this planet. Knowledge and a lot of reading has shown me the tricks of the trade, so I would have had that to call on in any opinion on Samuel's authenticity. I wasn't seeking a session for anything in particular, just came about naturally, which to me gave my acceptance of Samuel's invitation a more loving, natural feel. So before I said yes, I asked myself, is Samuel a good guy I could trust, knowing what I know about him and knowing what I know about other psychics? The answer was yes. He's a good guy who's not afraid to rock the boat in what he says, yet he is one of those few who has a heart and spirit connection that seeks to help other souls on the journey in a world where one can easily get lost and controlled by external interest. I am not a sheep, and there is no doubt Samuel isn't a a sheep either. Next paragraph. As for the reading, I had no agenda or pre-prepared questions, so it flowed naturally. It confirmed a lot of what I observed and about myself, but it came from another angle I wasn't expecting. It illuminated me on my soul's journey with a new perspective where I may very well be misplacing some of my efforts and investing in life lessons which I have no more to learn. It guided me back to a path I was once taking, which I had since diverted from. There was a time of great soul searching for me, where I entered a spiritual path that showed me great experiences and new ways of experiencing love and giving love. It was a time I felt more at one with spirit, and a time I had daily experiences of positive synchronicities. I fall off the path as I encountered some darker energy in people I thought I could trust. On the outside, they seemed positive and caring, but the agenda was control, and this control then led to abuse. Thankfully, I left at the control stage before they made me throw away the keys, which so many others did. Thanks to Samuel, I now know how to go back on the path and how to focus on what this journey's intention is for my soul. It focused me back on new life lessons and reminded me not to spend so much time relearning the same lessons. In essence, it's all down to love, but not for me. It is making time to learn to love myself more. Although I love others and show love, by loving myself, the mutual love of others and I deepens. If you need help with your soul's journey, take it from me in a matter of minutes. Sam told me what I needed to know. It wasn't about a new car and new job wealth, it was about love. That's all we need, guys, to take the most from this existence. God bless Samuel, and I hope he gets a chance to bring this level of clarity into everyone else's experiences. And I destroyed his name. Sorry, Dairyman, I apologize. Time-wise, we okay? 3 minutes? 3 minutes, what do we have here? This one, these are fun. I'm somewhere in Florida, pull into a gas station, and there's a young lady, African-American lady behind the gas station. She looks like, she works, lives there, little spot. And I said, I work with angels. She goes, oh, okay. I said, can I channel your angel? She goes, oh, okay. It's like, some guy on the other side, standing there by the bubble gum. I channel her angel. And bless her heart, she's struggling so much, and I helped her out. The information I brought through helped her out. And she wrote this testimony. Her name is Larisha Irvine, spelled Lyresha, Larisha Irvine. She writes, I too had the pleasure of Samuel Bell reading me. I was at work and he came in to shop. I was amazed at what he said during his reading. I look forward to keeping an open line of communication with him and his spiritual guide, Daisy. Nice to meet you, Mr. Bell. Sincerely, Larisha Bell. In conclusion, all these people, I say, they and all their loved ones are in my prayers. You cannot overestimate the power of that. And when it comes from your heart, it's just as powerful. So, just know, you and all your loved ones are always in